Hey there, welcome to this guide, with the one which I'm going to share some tips, some workflow tips to use the tool. Well, even though this video says advanced, it is advanced tips. These are not super advanced because this is a very simple tool. By just creating, I assume by now you have watched the first 3 videos and you know how to use the tool, how to create a title, how to animate a logo or an image with the tool. If you haven't completed those, if you haven't watched those videos already, please go back, watch them, and come back to this because the tips I'm going to share will be very useful, very useful when you're working on a real project. You know, having purchased this tool, I assume that you are most likely going to use this tool for a title sequence or an image opener. So whatever it is, let's see how you can efficiently use this for your project so you can minimize the waste of time. Actually, let me go ahead and create a title. The first and foremost very important thing I want to share is that whatever you make here, any comp that you want to apply, create a title in, this comp name has to be a unique name. So the way to make things unique is, like, you know, use a number like 1, 2, 3. Have a convention, some kind of convention, and make sure that these names you put in here are unique. Let me create the title. It's your text here, the default one. I'm going to create that. Not going to waste time. Okay, I'll go next, and I'll generate matte. You know all this by now. Let me create some effect. Alright, let me randomize a little bit. Now, yes, we have created, let's say that this is our title. Now, once you have made your effect, now this is really important. Never ever rename this title, because as you can see, the underscore, I mentioned this before as well, the script adds a new underscore at the end of the comp name to make sure that this name is unique, because it's very important, because a lot of expressions going on behind the scene, and if you rename this file right now, if you rename it right now, let's say that you don't like this underscore, and if you rename it, everything will be disconnected, and you will have to redo the application of effect again. If you ever have to do it, then if you ever run into that situation, don't panic. Say, okay, let's do that. All right. Once you rename, this is what will happen. All the expressions will be disconnected, and you'll have to press OK several times for all the messages that are coming in. Well, I actually paused the video for a while because I had to press OK for several times. Now, that's what will happen if you rename the file. Now, you can still see it's sort of the effect is sort of working still. Yes, it works. Only thing is that these controls doesn't work anymore. You know, if you want to, you have this square here as well for some reason. So nothing is working, and this comp is useless anymore. So what you have to do, if you run into this situation again, just delete this comp, and no need to worry, because you have a backup here. You can rename it to comp underscore. That's the name we had, and you can apply the title again. You will have to do that. All right, let me randomly distribute and set end here. I think now, yeah, our title is back here again. With all the now the controls are working, no problem. All right, that's a very important tip, because never try to rename the file after you have created the comp, and make sure that whatever the name you put in here is unique. And the second thing is that now what I have here, the project file I have here is a exact project file for the preview video you have seen in the on Video Hive. You watch this before you purchase this. Now, if you're using the tool for a project like this, this is sort of a project that you might come across, and it's a perfect application of this tool. Now, there are several stuff here. This title is placed above a video. This one as well. This one, and even this one. This is a footage, and you place your titles on top of it. And a lot of stuff, most common applications of this tool. Now this one right here has this is a cutout image, and I have applied some kind of an effect on it, and this is a title. And if I go into that comp, it looks like this. I have pre-rendered after applying the effects for these compositions. I'm going to show you all that in a little bit. And I have pre-rendered them and imported them a QuickTime with Alpha. I've imported them back again and place them where I want to. That's how I have created this. And these are 3D elements, and these are this is camera, and you can do all that stuff after you have created the title. Now, for example, this is the same thing. This bike, there's a clean plate right here. This clean plate, and the bike, the cutout image, has been applied with the effect, and the title has also have the effects applied, and I have placed them. I have pre-rendered them and imported them into the comp, and I have placed them in Z, different places at Z, to get the depth, and with the camera rotation, I have this one. So this is how you would actually use this tool. Now, before you do this, before you do any of this, what you have to do to minimize the waste of time is that finalize the edit. All right, make sure now this video is about some workflow tips, right? So finalize the edit as much as you can before you create any titles, because this title creation can take some time, especially if you have these stuff, if you're applying them on images, because you have to mask them, and you have to draw a lot of masks and maybe apply several effects on them, and see what's working for you, and that stuff might take a long time. So before wasting any more time, finalize the edit with some plain text. Type all the text on the video without any effects applied, and sit down with your client and finalize the edit. That's as clear as I can get. Once you have finalized your edit, finalize the fonts. you know, font is clients love to change font. You know, that's what has been my experience. They walk in the last minute and they will always tell you, oh, all right, everything's working fine. Let's try some different font on it. So here's the thing: you already know. Once you have created the title, you can't change the font, right? Because there's no text file right here. You can change the font. If you want to change the font, then you will have to get the backup from here again, and you know, delete all of this stuff and change your font, and then regenerate the effect. Doesn't take much time, because you can generate an effect in within a minute, but still it's a pain in the ass. So always finalize the font and all the titles, and check the typo always, because everything once you have applied all the effects to the titles, if you find an O or an R is missing, and you'll have to redo the whole thing again. This backup won't help you, because there's a spelling mistake. So finalize all that. These are, you know, general stuff, but these simple mistakes can add a lot of time, and even affect your deadline. So do all that, and with all the titles, with all the text, with final fonts, and without any typo errors, finalize the edit, and then after that you have the gallery. Once you have finalized the edit, sit down with your client if you have one. Oh, come on, Chrome. I just opened. All right, I had to pause the video for a while. Okay, now sit back with your client and look at this gallery. Now you have the edit. Now by now you have the edit, and you know what the titles are, and most likely you will know what the audio track is. Now you have a sense of the motion. You have the sense of motion. You can look at this gallery, go through it, thoroughly go through it. If you have a client with him, you can go through this gallery. If you don't want to let know your client that you're using a template, then you can do this. You know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes clients are like, "Oh, you're using a template? Oh, let's drop the price then." If your client is someone like that, then you can go. Oh my God, you can go into this images folder in the gallery page. There's a folder called images, and there are some GIF files right here. So you can show him these GIF files, because if you show him this gallery, he might think that you're using a template. You can do that. You can show those separate GIF files, and whatever it is, just go through this gallery really well. Spend time on it, and finalize your the effects you want to use, and list them down. Really list them down on a notepad. I know these are real simple stuff, but most of the people don't work this way. So what happens is that you waste a lot of time. So you know, if you have 10 titles, you can note something like, you know, the first title I'm going to use number 16, just like that. 2, I'm going to use, all right, let's say you chose 20 for and the third one, let's say you have decided to use 26. All right, like so. You can list them down, and after that, and once you have done that, now you know you have your edit, and you know these effects. These are the effects that you have to use. And once you have done that, you can start a new project, or you have this. Let's say I have this. Let's say this is my rough edit, and I have this apply on images text right here, and the effects are not applied still, and your client is happy with the text and the font and everything. When this is the case, then you can copy this, Control C, copy this text field, and start a new comp. Paste it right here, and this is really important. You have to have a unique name. Unique. Okay. Unique name, and I'm gonna place it right here, and then maybe scale it down. All right, and then create your title. All right, now let's look at the notepad. Let's say you have 10 titles. Likewise, you can create all the 10 compositions. Let's assume that you have 10 titles, 10 applications of the effect. So you can create 10 separate compositions and paste the corresponding text field into it, and then go ahead and apply the tool. Then only then start the tool and start generating mats. Yeah, whoops. Now here's the thing. What happened here is that I have applied the I was trying to apply the generate masks function on a multi-line text. As I have told you in the second video, this tool doesn't support multi-line text fields like this. So what I have to do, let's say undo. If you have multiple lines, you know what to do. You have to pre-comp and draw the masks. Then go to step 3. Oh, that's important. Now, once you have done this, you have to delete that second layer. I've discussed all that in the third video. Now you can generate masks, and effects will be generated, and yeah, let's say done. Let's do that really quickly. Okay, and now our effect has been generated. So the next thing is that is to do the application of effects for all the 10 titles. So I don't have 10 titles here, but you will have 10 or more titles, and then because at this point, you know the edit is done, the font is finalized, the text is finalized, the titles are finalized, and the typo, everything is finalized, and you just have to apply these effects in a row, and then render. But before you render, here's one thing. Now, once you have applied the text, sometimes Now this is a full HD video, but at this point you can, now the text is created, you can resize this comp size. If you think the some effects are cut off from the edge, then you can do this. No harm is there. If you think the title is too big here and the effects are running out of the screen, and it can happen sometimes, so you can resize the comp. It's no problem. Once you have done that, you just can't rename the comp. So that's very important. And yeah, once you have done that, what you have to do, let's say you have to, I know this is boring, but please don't bear with me for a while, because this is really important. Let's say I had some videos right here. All right, I don't have any video. So let's say that this is the comp. This is the video. This can be anything. This is the video that you want to apply the title over. So let's say now this is the title you just created. You can drag it and drop it on top of that video. And here's how it's going to look like. Right now your video is light colored, but your title is not. So what you have to do, go inside this composition, and maybe you can reveal this this footage in the project and drag it and drop it into the comp. Make it the bottommost layer. Maybe you can scale it up, because I'm going to delete this one at the end anyway. Now you can select this layer, controls, and start colorizing. Oops, I'm sorry. Now this is, even though I see it as a text field, this is actually a pre-comp. So let's say 0. Now my my text is colorized. Like so. You can start doing your thing. Because this is a light colored background, this has to be a, and the title base as well. For the title base, let's quickly show some dark colors. All right, now this is, in this way you can colorize the title like so, and that's bad. I want to make this one white. Okay. All right, now you have colorized the title, and you can delete this layer, the footage that you have dropped here, because that's for reference to colorize your title. Now this is it. You can have your title with all the colors, but there's another thing: the importance of time remapping. That's the other thing. Now this animation has a fixed speed of revealing, and the animate in speed and the animate out speed is fixed. You can't change that speed of the animation. I mean, it starts at frame 0 at this moment, it finishes off at 1 second 16 frames. So sometimes for your project, that's a generic timing that I've come up with. But for your project, and the animation animate out starts somewhere around here right now. Okay, let's say this. You can add a marker there. Now, this amount of time it takes to animate in the title, and this amount of time takes to animate out the title. Now, for your project, this could be too slow or too fast. So what you have to do, you can time remap. You can do this even after you have. Now this is a good point. You can go ahead and pre-render this file with an alpha channel, a PNG sequence or Targa sequence, whatever, or a QuickTime with alpha. And you can do that, and even after, and you can import that, just like I did here. If you can see, I think I have time remapped them here as well. Yeah, I have time remapped them here too. Now, even at this point, you can start time remapping. What you have to do, press U on your keyboard. You'll see the time remapping comes. So, time remapping, as the name implies, we are remapping the time. You can control time. Let's place some, make some keyframes right here. Now here's the thing. If this is too slow for you, if you want the animation, now animation stops here, and I have a keyframe right here. If you want the animation to finish at frame 25, let's say, or frame 20, let's say you only want the animation in to last 20 frames. So you can just drag this keyframe right here, and everything will be speeded up. You can do it as much as you want. You can do it even at you can place it even at 10 frames. If you do that, the animation in will happen only for 10 frames. Let's say for 20 frames at the moment. And if you want the animate out to start at 5 seconds, you can do that. Now, from here to here, the animation out happens, and it's a lot faster than what I have planned, what I have originally planned. Okay. Now this is sort of unavoidable when you're using this tool on a project, because different projects has different pace. You have different audio tracks and different speeds. You require different speeds. So in that case, for sometimes if there are too many masks right here and too many instances of the effect is happening, you might see, rather than animating in the effect, it's a lot chaotic. If it is chaotic because it's glitch, and if it is too much chaotic, the solution will be to do this, to make it reveal in very fast. That's something you can do. Now that's the importance of remapping, time remapping. You will need this most of the time. I think almost all the time you would need to do this. So this is a very flexible way of retiming your animation. Use this method always to make your desired look. And yeah, I know this has been a very boring video, but this is really, really important. Yeah, actually, that concludes this video. I'll see you in the next video for some troubleshooting tips. Sometimes you might run into some trouble. If you run into any trouble, how to handle it. I'll talk about that stuff. This is going to be a very short video, so yeah, I'll see you there.